Tonight, WSU smoking laws go unenforced.
And Michael Flynn faces his first round of federal charges.
And Argentina ends its search for the missing submarine. Murrow News 8 starts right now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Irish Concepcion.
And I'm Elizabeth Medina. Welcome to Murrow News 8. A Moscow man tried to withdraw his guilty plea after receiving a sentence of life in prison. In 2015, John Lee shot and killed 3 people as well as injuring 4 others. Lee admitted he engaged in conduct and said there is evidence to convict him beyond reasonable doubt. Lee argued his untreated mental health conditions clouded his judgment. Washington State University graduate students gathered to voice their concern with a Republican tax plan that's barreling through Congress. Students said the plan would put advanced degrees further out of reach for middle-class families. Their primary concern regards the provision in that the House bill would count graduate tuition assistance in taxable income.
We have more concerns around campus. Over a year ago, Washington State University decided to become a tobacco and nicotine-free campus. Our reporter Alfredo Llanos explains how the WSU enforces the policy on campus.
In 2016, Washington State University joined over 1,000 other tobacco-free campuses across the U.S. But the university went a step further and banned all other nicotine products from campus.
It's never really been about punishing or catching or doing anything fun. There's never been a situation we've had to fine anybody or do anything like that. It's just more of a communication issue.
The tobacco and nicotine-free campus policy at WSU is complaint-based. According to Assistant Chief Steve Hansen, the police receive about 3 complaints a month regarding the policy.
We wanted to make sure that it wasn't looking like a heavy-handed policy to where it was really heavy on the enforcement side. We talked to Spokane, we talked to the Vancouver campuses, and their own complaints really came through peer pressure. Other folks telling those, hey, you can't smoke up here and stuff, and that's where you get a lot of the cooperation from.
Despite the loose policy, there are still people who choose to follow the rule and avoid smoking on campus. Students and faculty can even smoke in a private car on the university's campus. Places like this bench I'm sitting on is a popular place for WSU students and faculty to come out and smoke, and mainly because it's literally right outside of WSU campus, so technically they aren't smoking on school grounds, even though there are a few WSU buildings a few feet away. The university develops cessation programs that are available at the Health and Wellness Services and the Human Resource Services on campus. Alfredo Llanos, Murrow News 8.
After 8 years, one of the nation's most contaminated radioactive waste sites is officially cleaned up and safe. The burial ground for the dangerous waste known as 61810 was used for the production of plutonium, which is used for the making of nuclear weapons. The Hanford Nuclear Reservation in southeast Washington became hazardous in 2009, but workers removed over 500,000 tons of contaminated soil.
There are a wide variety of artistic events that give students an opportunity to showcase their talents. Nicholas Bartlett attended the Ceramics Club sale and highlights some of that work.
Washington State University Clay Club students will host a ceramics sale from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday, November 30th and Friday, December 1st in the lobby of the Fine Arts Building. Washington State University Clay Club students will host a ceramics sale from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday, November 30th and Friday, December 1st in the lobby of the Fine Arts Building.
So the ceramic sale funds the Clay Club so that we can go to the ceramics conference in Pittsburgh this year. So it's just an educational conference.
The WSU Clay Club is attending the annual education conference held by the National Council on Education for the Ceramic Arts.
The WSU Ceramic Sale is an opportunity for WSU students to show off their creativity. Some students created mugs such as this that can be used for tea or coffee in the morning. Other students chose to make artwork such as these beautiful drawings and paintings over here. Whatever was created at this event, all proceeds will go to students and graduate students that will further enhance and help the WSU community.
For others, working with clay and building objects can be a therapeutic experience.
There's some expression for how I feel, as well as it's very therapeutic working with clay and producing items.
More information about the Ceramics Club is available in the Fine Arts Hall in Studio 4073. Murrow News 8, Nicholas Bartlett.
When we return, Michael Flynn pleads guilty to federal crimes.
And overseas, Japan's emperor plans to step down. We'll be right back.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks. School's out
For summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleads guilty to lying to the FBI after months of questioning by Robert Mueller's special counsel. Flynn admits to lying about his conversations with Russia's ambassador to the United States. He makes 4 former Trump advisors charged in the investigation. He is also the first to face formal charges after actually working in the White House. He is facing only a single count of false statements, suggests he is now cooperating with Mueller's investigation for exchange of leniency. Also in the White House dismissed reports that the Secretary of State Rex Tillerson will get replaced. The denial came after reports of multiple news organizations claiming that anonymous sources close to the White House informed them that plans were made to replace Tillerson with CIA Chief Mike Pompeo. President Donald Trump and Tillerson disagree on many foreign policies, but allegedly do not get along. The White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders said that Tillerson continues to lead the Department of State.
Also in our nation's capital, the U.S. Senate is debating today on the federal tax bill before the full Senate vote this evening. Senate Majority Whip John Cornyn said he is confident that the bill will get enough votes along party lines to pass. The House of Representatives already passed their version of the tax bill. If the Senate passes the bill, the leaders of the two chambers will need to resolve differences between the two bills before they can send it to President Donald Trump for his signature. Along the West Coast, a jury declared a Mexican man not guilty in the killing of a woman on a San Francisco pier. The murder started a fierce national immigration debate 2 years ago. The shooting of the woman in 2015 became a motivator for then-candidate Donald Trump's push for his famous border wall. The man's lawyers say their client's immigration status, unfairly exploited for political purposes, had nothing to do with the criminal case.
Across the ocean in Asia, Japan's aging emperor Akihito will step down in April in 2019. The 83-year-old emperor says his age and health make it difficult to fulfill his duties. His abdication will make it the end of the Heisei era, and he will be immediately succeeded by his son on May 1st, starting a new imperial era. Over in South America, the Argentine Navy abandoned attempts to rescue 44 crew members on board a submarine that disappeared 2 weeks ago. The sub Era San Juan made no contact on Wednesday. Hopes of finding survivors made it after suspected explosion blasted near its last location. Captain Enrique Balbi said the search for the submarine extended more than double the number of days typically used to rescue a crew. Relatives and naval colleagues broke down when they heard the news.
Moving further east across the globe, Tesla fulfilled their pledge to South Australia in building the world's biggest lithium-ion battery in 100 days. The battery system is energy generated by a nearby wind farm and can provide electricity for as many as 30,000 homes, making it 3 times more powerful than the nearest competitor. Tesla's efforts address the energy supply problems in South Australia. The first day of December is here.
When we come back, Majestic will tell us if snow is on its way.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish. In your face, in your face.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Today, from sunrise to sunset, we saw gray skies, and now we're wondering when the snowfall will actually come. Hey, Majestic, when will it be time to bring out the snow chains for our cars?
Well, Irish, I think we can wait just a little bit before we start putting those snow chains on our tires. We are going to be seeing some snow, but not quite enough to be going to that extent quite yet. But first, let's take a look at today's forecast here in Pullman. We did reach a high of 44 degrees. That's about 6 degrees warmer than what we are used to seeing here in Pullman. We are currently sitting at 38 degrees, and we had cloudy skies all throughout the day. Now, those conditions and temperatures will be very similar to what you will see tomorrow morning waking up. Temperatures will start at about 36 degrees, partly cloudy starting your day, but as we go into the afternoon, that's when we can expect that rain-snow mix. So if you're someone who's looking forward to that snow, be on the lookout tomorrow afternoon. But into the evening, that chance of snow will go away, and it will just be rain, and we'll go back down to about 38 degrees. Now, looking at our Washington State map, you can see that over in Eastern Washington, over in Spokane, we did reach a high of 44 degrees, Pullman 42, and over in Central Washington, Wenatchee was our lowest, only reaching 37 degrees. Now, as we look over to Western Washington, there was rain, and yes, even more rain. Vancouver did have our high of 49 degrees, Seattle only hitting 48. Now, as we look into the rest of the weekend and into next week, be on the lookout for more cloudy conditions Sunday through Tuesday. But as we move on to Wednesday and Thursday, I have good news because that will be the 2 days out of the week that we will be seeing lots of sunshine. We won't have to worry about that rain, won't have to worry about that snow. So if you have anything to do outside, I would suggest Wednesday and Thursday. But don't forget your coat because temperatures are still going to be very, very chilly. That's all I have for the forecast now. I want to take you guys over to the break, and we'll see you after that.
The great outside.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
So shiny.
We both love the outdoors.
That's not a flower.
And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
That's all we have for news, but Derek Baker is here with us to tell us what is coming up in our Cougar Corner Sportscast.
Well, that's right. We're going to be talking about the rumors surrounding Mike Leach, how he might be going to Tennessee. We're also going to talk about women's and men's basketball here at WSU. We're also going to touch in on the games that happened last night, including the Thursday night football and the 2 basketball games. We're also going to talk about all the championship games this week, so it should be a great show.
Good. Thank you for watching. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 p.m. for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great night, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.